Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates just for you.
In a dramatic escalation of hostilities, Thailand and Cambodia have exchanged heavy artillery fire along their disputed border, marking the worst fighting between the two nations. In 13 years, at least 20 people had been killed, and over 130,000 have been displaced. Cambodia's prime minister claimed Thailand had agreed to a Malaysian-proposed treaty, but later withdrew from the deal. Thailand, however, said it would consider a cut rate only under certain conditions. The conflict has spread to more areas, with Thailand deploying on the UN Security Council to address what it describes as unprovoked aggression. The fighting has also damaged the 11th century Preah Vihear Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As the situation intensifies, international mediation and China have been proposed, but Thailand prefers bilateral negotiations. The conflict has left thousands of civilians fleeing their homes, with many seeking refuge in Ibastu. With tensions rising, the challenge for both nations is to find a path toward de-escalation and peace.
The High Court has appointed Deloitte as administrators to oversee the $240 million repair work at St. Luke's Garden Epochs, a 285-unit complex in Auckland. This is the largest leaky building remediation project in New Zealand, with repairs expected to be completed by 2027. The body corporate levies are no longer sufficient, and external funding is now required. Justice Rebecca Edwards ruled that the appointment was necessary due to the complexity of the project. The decision was supported by the majority of unit owners who voted in favor of the appointment at a special meeting last year.
The 2026 New Zealand election is shaping up to be one of the closest and most unpredictable contests in the country's history. Both Labour and National believe they have a clear path to power, but each faces significant challenges amidst while National traditional anti-tax strategies, while National tradition in today's poll. As the election approaches, the outcome may depend on economic performance, effective communication strategies, and the ability of each party to deliver on its promises without alienating its supporters.
After a record-breaking cold snap that brought temperatures as low as 5 degrees, etc., and Dunedin, New Zealand is now bracing for a return of heavy rain and strong winds. The coldest morning of 2025 was recorded, with frost reported in even warmer regions like Auckland. However, the icy grip is expected to loosen as northerly winds return, bringing in warmer air. This shift, however, is accompanied by an increase in rainfall and wind speeds, setting the stage for more severe weather conditions. Warned that the nation should prepare for a return of heavy rain and strong winds, with the first showers expected to begin on the west coast of the South Island on Monday evening. These conditions are likely to intensify, with widespread heavy rainfall forecast for Tuesday, particularly affecting the west coast of the South Island and the Tasman district. The Tasman region still recovered level. Recent flooding in Nelson, Tasman, and Marlborough has left homes uninhabitable, roads damaged. Local authorities have described the situation as a one-in-a-100-year event, highlighting the unprecedented nature of the disaster. As the nation prepares for the return of heavy rain and strong winds, it is crucial for residents to stay informed and take necessary precaution.
Arnold Palacios, the 10th governor of the Northern Mariana Islands, has passed away at the age of 69, leaving a void in the region's leadership. His body is expected to arrive in the Commonwealth today, following a medical evacuation to Guam, in a heartfelt gesture as his motorcade makes its way to the funeral home. The route will be lined with people who wish to honor his life and legacy, a moment of unity and remembrance for the community. Palacios served the Northern Marianas for many years, and his dedication to public service will be remembered by all as the community comes together to mourn his family, and the public are being asked to show their respect.
New Zealand is still grappling with a deep economic slump, and the road to recovery is looking longer than expected. KiwiBank's latest report reveals that, while some regions are showing slight improvements, the national average score has risen slightly from 3 to 4 out of 10. But even the best-performing areas, like Southland and Atoll in Wellington, the situation is particularly dire, with the city described as being brought to its knees by years of economic hardship. Chief economist Gerard Kerr says the country is crawling out of the recession, not making a strong comeback. He also notes that New Zealand's cracked than in Australia, with unemployment still above 5% and recovery not showing obvious signs. The real turnaround might not come until 2026. As the nation continues to struggle, the challenge is not just in economic recovery, but in regaining the confidence that once defined New Zealand.
The Black Ferns World Cup squad is a powerful blend of experience, resilience, and versatility. Players like Owina Tangan, Dao and Capo Olsen Baker made remarkable comebacks from serious injuries, while veterans like Kelly Brazier proved that age is no barrier to success. Coach Alan Bunting has emphasized form and adaptability, leading to the inclusion of 23 debutants and a squad that is 40% multi-position capable. Despite tough decisions, the team's unity and strength remain unshaken as they prepare to show the world why they are a dominant force in women's rugby.
In a landmark ruling, Alan Victor Jones has been acquitted of all charges in a $400,000 money laundering case after the Court of Appeal found a miscarriage of justice appeared during his trial. Jones was previously indicted and sentenced to 10 months of home detention. These errors included failing to seek an adjournment after his co-accused was acquitted, not calling Jones to testify, and not properly cross-examining Apsok Samatex. The court ruled that these errors posed a real risk up for a strike.
Ingrid Mitz, a mother from South Africa, is leading a fight for her son Joshua's right to stay in New Zealand, despite their efforts and the support of the community. The family faces deportation due to Joshua's severe epilepsy. They are appealing on humanitarian grounds for a treaty, which they argue is discriminatory and inhumane. The family hopes the tribunal will see the merits of their case and grant them the opportunity to continue living in New Zealand.
In Rotorua, a 17-year-old student named Cody Barrett became a local hero after he noticed smoke coming from a bin near a family home. Thinking quickly, he pulled over, called out to the teenager living there, and helped him tackle the fire with a hose. A neighbor soon joined in, and together they managed to put out the flames. Cody, who calls himself just a normal teenager, says he was grateful he was there, but feels others would have done the same. His actions have been celebrated online, and the family he helped has thanked him personally. Meanwhile, fire officials are reminding everyone of the importance of smoke alarms in New Zealand. Cody's story is a powerful example of how quick thinking and community spirit can prevent disasters.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.